Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to see you all today. Hopefully, we'll meet in person next week. Hopefully. Those of you who are not participating in face-to-face blended intensive program in Chania, you will still be expected to participate online, so please stay tuned. We will be, of course, handling the Zoom for all of you to connect, for all of you to start to try and stay connected with the rest of the team, with the rest of the classmates. I have created a WhatsApp group for all of you to join if you're interested to stay in touch, maybe to meet on the island before after the event, be in contact with each other. It's on our Impact Moodle. It's called AI Coil WhatsApp group, so you are more than welcome to join to discuss. Also, in terms of our events and conference preparation, as we approach the actual student conference next week, we might need to be in touch a little more intensively with each other. So in addition to email collaboration, I might reach out to some of you in person on WhatsApp just to make sure that you can handle the sequence, who begins the conference, who runs what orders. So we'll need to be in touch a little bit before the event. And we've run out of actual online meetings, so it's going to be our last meeting today. Next week, we already going to present your scenarios, your options, right? So it's exciting. I know, guys, that many of you are ready and you have your slides ready, and you want to share your interesting discoveries and creation and exploration of AI and some platforms that you designed during this course. And again, I just want to remind you, it's not the last thing. We are just proceeding to the next part of the course. After we come back, after the next week, we will return to our Zoom regular sessions. I believe some of you might actually need the week after also to present. We'll hope that we can accommodate all of you on site, but if not, we will have additional presentations the week after. Then we have a series of speakers also who will join us about different topics related to AI. Again, content creation, lots of different interesting discussions coming up in June and even beginning of July. So please stay tuned and continue joining every week. Today, we have a very special presentation by Kostas, Professor Petridis, the host of the big event. More than 400 people will attend Hellenic Mediterranean University next week on behalf of the Impact team. I'm also part of the Impact team. You see the background of Kostas' Zoom background, right? So we are happy to conclude this year this amazing project on virtual exchanges, and part of the visions in this project is to promote your digital literacy, your AI skills, and this is what we're doing in this course. So for today, you were asked to kind of be in touch with your teammates, with your group mates, summarize your conference presentation theme topic, come up with a title, have a very, very brief discussion, not discussion, it's called an abstract description of your talk. Okay, so an abstract is not a long description, it's a very brief one, or just 2 sentences. What's your presentation about, so that we can add it to our conference publication and website. We'll see if we manage to actually publish all of those deliverables on time. If not, it's just the idea. We'll see. It's, by the way, if someone is behind and you need an idea for a project for your vibe coding thing, this could be your student contribution. I will share with you all the information about different speakers, and you can access it yourself. And your task will be to create a website for this event, for our student conference next week. I know that some students have asked me for like additional work for some of the lessons, the sessions that you missed. So this could be a brilliant make-up task assignment So let's see. Just heads up. Does anyone actually want to take this on, like as an additional assignment? I promise you additional points in your final grades for that. It's extra work. I know some of you haven't created your vibe coding anything yet. You didn't have an idea. So this is a very useful deliverable for all of us. So is someone interested in creating a website for the student conference next week? Please let me know in the chat or on WhatsApp. So as I said at the beginning, I have created a WhatsApp group that you can access from our Moodle. Let me share the screen and show you. It's on Moodle on top of everything, and where we have our affiliation, Padlet, initial Padlet, or the Zoom link that you clicked for this session to join in this session. It's under the Zoom link. Now, if you want to also be part of the WhatsApp group, especially if you travel to Greece and if you want to be in touch with each other, please connect. We'll be in touch on WhatsApp there. Do you see the link? Can someone copy the link to this WhatsApp into the Zoom chat? Maybe I can do it myself quickly. So today, Costas will speak to you about give you some tips on public speaking. So next week you are. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is the link to our Moodle, and this is the actual link to the WhatsApp chat from me. So thank you, Greta. And I don't know if it's the same link when you click on Moodle. I think it is. Yes, perfect. So you have two links. One takes you to Moodle, another one takes you directly into the WhatsApp group. It's up to you. You can click on any one of these. Okay, perfect. So this is number one. Any volunteers to take upon this little task of creating a website for the student event? I'll give you all the information. I'll tell you which information to copy into the chat, and just, Base 44 or Lovable, one of the platforms will create it for you. Who wants to take this responsibility? Not everyone together, please. I can't handle so many volunteers. Come on, guys. I know you're busy. Costas, you're raising your hand.
Yeah, I can do it. If they cannot make it, I can make it. But
No.
let's see.
Let's see. Not everyone, like, guys, you are students. You have to be very, very active and motivated, and with your eyes,
Tiger. We need tigers.
Tigers, come on, guys. Don't sleep, sleepy tigers. Let's wake them up, Costas. Let's wake them up. This is the topic of today's session. In order for us not to be bored and not to fall asleep, especially if it's too hot, right? For whatever. And everyone wants to go to the beach. So we actually want to have fun and forget about the beach in Khania and only want to stay in the room with each other and talk about AI. So this is the idea. So let's make this event, your presentations, fun. Okay, you guys have to actually be motivated, expressing energy, expressing interest, and so far not so great, and no volunteers. Or maybe you missed the task. Volunteers. Okay, no worries. It's your opportunity to work with me and Costas directly. We're in a very close collaboration for the next few days to actually create something very special, very useful. You will learn tons of skills. The task is to create a website for this event for next week. I'll give you the list of all the topics, all the students, and we'll give it to AI, right? To create the conference website, conference app, like with all the speakers, all the countries introduced, all the different topics that you will cover. We'll create a schedule with AI on using vibe coding. It's actually fun. It's like, so please volunteer. You can write to me directly, or I start getting a direct DMs. So please keep sending them for clarification or whatever. Now that you have a WhatsApp link, you can also find my direct phone number on the WhatsApp and reach out if you have any questions from now on. So additional support system for you directly, in addition to email and everything else. Okay. So last week, you continued working in your teams and you finalized the topic of your presentation. You decided on which scenario exactly you're going to talk about in the conference out of 4. And you were also asked to to provide an abstract description of your presentation, right? And I asked you to create some slides, and some of you did. Some of you did. I know. I got your emails. If for those of you who haven't created any slides, in addition to PowerPoint and Google Slides and Canva, many of you have heard already, we discussed the capability of Notebook LM to create slides. And now these days, Notebook LM also creates some editable slides. So you can try that tool for AI generated slides. One last thing before I give the floor to Kostas, I want to mention, are we supposed to upload your slide somewhere? Yes, I'll show you where. In a moment, you have a dedicated submission folder on Moodle. Today, I will show you everything. You have to submit your slides. Not only that, today is also very important after Kostas presents the idea for how to make your presentation engaging when you talk to the public, when you talk in front of the audience. I'll give you some time. We'll give you some time also. It's going to be either during the session or maybe you'll have to schedule another call. You will have to record your grand rehearsal. Like in your Teams, you will actually have to go on a call, on a Zoom call or any other platform that you choose. If you like Teams or Google Meet, whatever, you will have to record, like share your screen, share your slides, take turns and actually present, right? Make a grand rehearsal of your presentation. And this video is also to be submitted today or tomorrow. It's not we don't have a lot of time left. We need your grand rehearsal, like a video ready by tomorrow night, so that you can also have some time to watch one or two videos from your classmates to give them feedback. And I will show you all the questions of what needs to be taken care of during the presentation also after Kostas. We'll do it later. So Kostas, let's begin with you, and then I will share the tasks.
You can share your tasks and, I can wait, share tasks and
Okay. So maybe before I share tasks, for those of you who are not ready with the slides yet, and I know some of you are not ready, let me just also remind you that we have a section on Moodle called Presentation, AI for Presentation Slides. I'll open it now 1 second and show you. 1 second, switch to the student role. I want to show you my favorite tool for creating slides. One moment, presentation checklist. Okay. AI tools. Okay, for some reason. Here. Okay, I don't know why it's not on Moodle. I don't like it's there. 1 second, let me see. It's probably inside the generative AI tools. AI tools, okay, and presentations. Okay, here. Oh, okay, it's because it's give me 1 moment. So the section, the description that I prepared, it disappeared for some reason. I'll just create a new one. Just create a link for you. In 1 sec. Okay. So for those of you who have not tried Gamma, I know many of you are familiar with this tool, Gamma. Let me show you. It's an AI platform. So this link, well, this is a referral link from my account. So if you subscribe from this link, if you don't have an account yet, you will get extra points for generating additional slides. So you can use my link. You can also go and Google the word Gamma online and just sign up regularly, but then you won't get the extra points for additional, tokens for generating slides with AI. So are you guys familiar with Gamma? Please say yes or no in the chat. If I see a lot of no's, I will show you briefly, but many of you are familiar and some of you are not. Wow, interesting. So not everyone is familiar. It's about 50-50, I would say. There are lots of yeses, but there are lots and lots of no's as well. Okay, so those of you who said no, Again, you're more than welcome to just Google it online or click on my referral link and I will show you what's inside. So Gamma, I have been using Gamma for already a couple of years. It's developed a lot. It's really, really nice. You will be amazed how like the capabilities of AI for those of you who are not familiar. And those of you who are familiar, I'll show you some new features that it has that is also mind-blowing for content creation. So let me share my screen to show you briefly Gamma. It's for those students particularly who need to create slides for this conference or for any other assignment in the future. So when you subscribe with Gamma, by the way, again, let me show you again. I'll just show you quickly in an incognito window, the new link. Okay, so when you click on the link that I shared, it takes you to this screen. Okay, and instead of writing your email, because some people are kind of, my students mostly, most of my students, they would start writing their email here. So forget about writing their email. Where do you need to click? On top, okay? Continue with your Gmail. Unless you want to subscribe with your, like, I don't know, institution account, but there is no need. It's easier with your Gmail, right? And it says if you subscribe with this referral link, you get 200 AI credits from this referral. So continue with Gmail. It's the best, it's the easiest, okay? So I just wanted to show you the sign up front page for those who are not familiar with Gamma. For those who are familiar or not, so once you subscribe, all you need to do is to find this plus button here, plus create new. So when you click on plus create new, the blue button in the middle somewhere. So create new. When you click on this create new, you have some options, and I will show you some new interesting options for those of you who know Gamma already. So generate is the lazy option where you just go inside, you give your topic, and it generates slides for you. Like automatically, you don't have to provide any content. It's fully AI, right? You would delegate the whole thing to AI. The output is normally terrible. So if you need it for any kind of discipline-related work for real presentations, don't use Generate. I use Generate as an English teacher when I don't care about the output. I don't care about what kind of language, what kind of facts and outputs Gamma gives me. And my only goal is for my students to use the slides to present the topic, to speak, to practice their English, I don't know, pronunciation, speaking skills. So we disconnect from the content itself. We just practice English speaking, and Generate is perfect for that. So I can ask my students to generate a presentation about pros and cons of something. They have all the facts ready. They can go and speak about them and practice their English speaking. Not really scientific at all, okay? The way you want to create your academic presentations, not even academic, business, any kind of real presentation, real life scenario presentations, you have to work on the content yourself, right? You have to be responsible, 100% responsible for the content. Of course, you can generate content with the help of AI. You can do some research with AI. You can extract and compare sources using different AI tools. And then you will paste the text of your when you have the structure ready, when you have your document, right? I usually do that in a Google Doc, right? So I have my Google Doc with my presentation outline, with all the things that I want to mention. I do a lot of research with different AI tools to enrich my presentation flow, and I have all the structure ready. Then I paste the text here, and I tell Gamma not to mess around with my text. I ask Gamma to stick to the precise content. So let me show you, for example. So I just clicked on paste and text, right? Paste and text allows you to just add your existing outline and then continue with Gamma. At some point, it will ask you whether you're, and again, don't just rush, go through all the settings and see what you're asked, because you can limit Gamma's, you can ask Gamma to use exact words that you provide here. And it only designs the outline in a beautiful way, adding pictures and everything. The new feature, for those of you who are already familiar with Gamma and you have used it for presentations, Gamma also creates web pages, documents, social media posts, and the new and wonderful feature that I recently discovered and I enjoy actually playing around with is called graphic. It's new, right? It says new here. So in a moment, I can demonstrate how it works. It's pretty amazing. Let's just go here, create from template. So there are also other things like create from template, import file or URL actually takes your existing PowerPoint or existing Google Slides presentation and transforms it like in a new design. So it's also a nice feature to test. So let me show you briefly generate. And I will show you the graphic thing because I think it's really amazing, mind-blowing. The fun thing here is this. There are lots of different image styles, and you'll look at these image styles and you say, what? It's like strange looking. Wait, hold on and see what happens when you write a topic and you start changing from one style to another. So here I'm inside like AI generated. I can ask for pros and cons of. I already created some images on the use of AI by students. I was thinking about something else on AI, pros and cons of AI. But you know what? Of vibe coding. Let's talk about vibe coding because this is one of our tasks. Vibe coding. This is going to be new generation. So this is the topic I want some images to be created for my presentation. I write here literally pros and cons of vibe coding. That's it. And then I will go from one style to another and generate some amazing images. Let's begin with, let's see. So I used to work with editorial only because it looks like realistic photos, but actually still life produces completely different results. Look, they look similar, but when you actually run them one by one after another one, they all look really, really different from one from another. Let's even go for neon glow. It says neon glow. Let me show you. It's crazy. Look, like you will get images like this, but not as images. You will get actual pros and cons of vibe coding in neon glow style. Let me show you. Generate variations. Let's go. Generate variations. It's going to think up for some ideas and give me some variations. It really works like magic. I'm really, really impressed with this new graphic feature inside Gamma. Now, again, what we're doing now, we're not actually generating the full slides, right? But we're generating wonderful images. And this is another point. I think Kostas will talk about it too. Your presentations are not supposed to contain text, a lot of text or much text. If there is text, there needs to be just a little bit of text, like some keywords. And most of your images need to have kind of, what is it called? The visual graphs, right? Visual aids. Some kind of supporting images, photos, video demonstration. Like the more visual you can present the content, and then you will talk about the content yourself. So this was created. So let's talk about the vibe coding pros. It's speed, creativity, low barrier, and AI powered. Amazing, right? The cons, fragile, unreadable, sometimes security risks, and maintenance hell, right? So the maintenance hell, for those of you who know, so you create something gorgeous, but then how do you maintain? How do you make it workable, right? So this is neon style. Let's continue and let's go to technical line. I'll just show you how different these turn out. They are pretty amazing, but very, very different. And everyone has its own style. And you can put any topic here. So I already created several collections of images on the use of AI by students, on plagiarism risks, right? And here it's about the coding, vibe coding, the topic of this course, right? Every one of you have experienced this. Let's see. You see the vibe coding when you choose a technical line. When you choose technical line, you get those interesting like images like this, right? Vibe coding, for, against. So we have all the 4 points, speed, low barrier entry, right? Against. We have this signal and noise, pros and cons. We have iceberg on top, ships fast, effortless, anyone can build. So this is what we see, the first thing that impresses us, but what comes underneath? So you can really discuss and so I just wanted to show you this. Those of you who are Gamma users, isn't this an impressive feature to play around with? I'm gonna create some of these, and let me show you just one more, and then I give the floor to Costas. I really wanted to show you Gamma. There are lots of styles, right? Lots of image styles. So I just showed you neon and technical, but let's go and create something that is lifestyle. Why not? Lifestyle. One second. Lifestyle. Oops. I didn't pick. It says it stated with the technical. Okay. Needed to switch to another style. So you need to click on see more to see all the options, and there are tons of different styles. We'll get another set of technical line style images. Okay, so in the meantime, I want to drop another name of another great tool. Again, this will support your slides greatly. The tool is called Napkin AI. I'm just going to throw another name, Napkin AI. How many of you are familiar with Napkin AI? It's another mind-blowing tool. Mind-blowing. It's gorgeous. You just paste the piece of your no. Lots of no's. One, yes, Katrine is familiar with Napkin. Stefano is familiar, but most of you are not. So Napkin AI is another amazing tool. You see, I'm a freak of playing with the tool. So I'll show you Napkin AI quickly. Yeah, this is the one. I just wanted to make sure that the link that I'm sharing is correct. So this is non-referral link, no extra credit points for you guys. I'm sorry. I don't have any. I mean, I have an account, but it's a free account, just like yours. So let's generate another lifestyle for the. So you see, again, even if you stay inside the same image style and click on generate again, you will get another set of images that you can use in your presentation on the topic of your presentation. And this is good. This is really good. This is a presentation style. Now, this is now coming up as a lifestyle image style content. Look at these pros and cons of vibe coding. I don't know why they put the food here. Sometimes they totally miss the point. A report card on vibe coding, speed and prototyping, A+, accessibility, A, code security, D, team collaboration, C1. So you can actually discuss these points on a topic. Quite interesting, right? What do you guys think about Gamma's new graphic generation? I think it's powerful. It's extremely powerful. There are lots of styles. Again, you will think you know which style you like until you click on another style and you're like, wow, what is this? This is a heavy on the credits. So if you don't have a pro account, I don't know. I don't have a pro account. I am using the free account, but I have a lot of points because I share this referral link from with the students. That's why I can now show you all of these as many times as needed. Like I can click on them unlimited. Magazine. This is a new one. Literally, they update this every day. It wasn't here like 2 days ago. That's it. I'm gonna stop here.
Θα είναι επιχειρμάται, επομένως δεν έχω.
Yeah.
Τώρα υπεύθυνη αυτή η αλήθεια.
Costas, now it's your turn. You're unmuted. You have already unmuted yourself. We'll be happy to hear about your advice, your tips for students on the conference presentation next week. How to make this a success.
I'm sorry, I thought that I have left my microphone on, so I was speaking.
It's okay, we heard you, but I don't think people speak Greek here.
Yeah, very good. This is excellent. For presentation.
No Greek. Students.
All right. Okay. So good afternoon. This is the first time that I'm participating, in these meetings, in this course. Unfortunately, during the semester, we had 3 different coils at the same time. It was an excellent planning, that Also, I'm responsible for this failure. However, I mean, I have met some of you in the meetings that we have done for the preparation of the meeting in Kenya. So I have realized how talented people you are. Always, I believe that the young generations, the young generation is this one that should drive the things, within the university, beyond the university, since you have the fresh mind and the fresh ideas. So, I mean, in the time that I have, I like to experiment. Of course, I have, my slides, but, I decided, that's why I asked Elena, go ahead with them, with the task, because I would like to try something different. You will have, and you are going to do something unique, like your conference, which means that we are going to share all the good ideas. The old guys, they are going to sitting and following your thoughts and your ideas, and some of your ideas probably they can be converted to new projects. So you are going to drive, you are going to be innovative, and this is what we are expecting. So how I'm going to start, and then I will start with questions and interaction with you, because I would like to listen to your voice. All right. So I would like to check your English. No, I mean I'm pretty sure that it's better than mine, but I would like to check your perception, and during the discussion, I'm going also to share my mistakes during the presentation, regarding presentation. So following the last year's, let's say conference. Apart that it was an excellent idea that mainly was driven by Elena Mistraki and the students, I found some fundamental mistakes. All right. And these mistakes, everyone is doing mistakes, especially for the presentations, because, the first mistake that we are doing, we are overruled by the stress, and everyone has a stress when makes presentation. Either you have done 1,000 presentations, or even if it's your first one, always you will have this constructive stress. I mean, this is the good part, the positive part. So the first, mistake that I have identified immediately, it was like people, they were reading notes. During the presentation, they are reading notes. This is a killer, and we are going to analyze later on. The second thing is like they were very stressed to speak English, so they were doing a lot of, or, these are things, this shows to me, stress, but also not well preparation. Another difficulty that you have as a part of this group is like you have group presentations, and group presentations dictates that you are not going to have a spokesman that one speaks and the rest they are doing like this. All of you should speak, and this adds an additional difficulty, and that you need to be like an orchestra, and in orchestra you need to be tuned to each other. So you need to come when someone stops, the other one starts from this point. Not one says about, let's say, what can I say about basketball, and then the other one speaks about tennis, and then the other one speaks about shopping in the supermarket. You need to be like an orchestra. You need to make trials in order to have coherence, because for the audience, it's not for people, it's only one people, because you are the source of the information. So do not read, either notes, or do not read your slides, or, try to be as a team to do a lot of trials. You need to perform like a team, like, a very well, how can I say, coordinated, group of people. All right. What other mistake did I make? Gamma. Oh my God. I'm using Gamma, so I know if someone is using Gamma. Oh, so 98% of the presentation, they were Gamma. Immediately when I see Gamma, myself, I open my eyes, my ear becomes like the elephant's one. And, I'm trying to identify, okay, what is the personal input of the presenter? Because in each presentation, it's you that you are presenting, not Gamma. Gamma is a tool. So we need to show your character, through the presentation. We would like to see your expertise. What is your ideas? What are your mistakes? Well, I mean, what are the things that you are going to dare to say and propose? So, okay, Gamma is something, but do not overdone it. Use it, but, use it constructively. And over there, starting my discussion with you, the other thing was the time. All right. When you have a quarter, you have a quarter. If you have a quarter, which means 10 plus 5, What does it mean 10 plus 5? It's not 10 points and 5 rebounds in basketball. 10 plus 5. What is 10 plus 5? What is 10 plus 5? Natalia,
come on. I
I'm
know the
looking at you through the camera. I'm going to cry. Please tell me. I would like Natalia to speak to me. What does it mean 10 plus 5?
I have no idea.
It's not, all right, let's, make a multiple choice question. 10 rebounds, 5 points. 10 points, 5 rebounds. Or what else? 10 plus 5. No, I'm not going to speak through the chat. I'm not going to speak through the chat. Open your mic. Martina, you are ready.
Yes.
I can see your eyes.
Yes, no, I was saying, sorry.
Fabio. Ladies first.
Oh, yes, I was explaining my message in the chat.
All right. Yes, correct. 10 minutes presentation, 5 minutes question. I mean,
Yes.
A lot of people, they did, 20, 25 minutes, no questions, because everyone is like, it's a bit tired, even though that your content always is excellent. So they respect the time. And, the last thing before I go to my questions is like, AI demands, a lot of things. Of course, as Elena has mentioned, it produces, changes the time frame. Things that it took for me when I was a student, many, many years ago, or even now that I'm learning how to use these AI tools. Produces some things automated, but you need to place your content. You need to place your knowledge within the content of the slides. All right. So AI tools demands the following: demands, to know the tool, which is very important, but also what you would like to say. You should know what you would like to say. It's not AI that is going to dictate you what you would like to say. AI will be the out of the box ideas. So you have your ideas, you place AI as a tool, but the AI should not dictate, but should be the extra ideas that you have it on your mind, but you never thought. The moment that you place your ideas. So, remember this, and this is very obvious to the presentation, very obvious to the presentation. All right. So my first question to you is the following. All right. Why someone to present? You can send an email. All right. Why someone to present in public? I'm waiting. How much time? I don't have all the time in my. I have very.
You're so right. It's a very good question. What is the reason for you
Why to present? I will give ideas.
Elena and Costas have forced you to present as a part of this course, but you need to create a reason. You're absolutely right. What's the reason for the audience to listen to you guys?
Why someone to present? I will ask more. I'm very democratic. Even if I'm from Greece, Greece is the country of democracy, but I'm not so. So I will ask Mohammed Ma, that he's scratching his hairs. I don't have hairs. Sorry, Mohammed. I probably am jealous of your hairs. But why someone to present, Mohammed?
Maybe to improve his personality.
To improve. I'm going to write the ideas and then I will improve personality. You mentioned, my friend.
Yeah.
And everything is accepted. All right. I will make my comments later on. All right. Thank you, Mohammed. Another one.
To inspire other people.
Inspire, definitely. Inspire other people. All right. Others?
Animals are more able to engage between them.
All right. To engage. Engagement. Other thing?
Well, we create a problem we want to solve and show the solution.
Propose a solution. Propose a solution, probably. Thank you, Claudia, from Unanituno, no?
I believe sending a personal message, like adapting the text with your own thoughts that you can't really express through text. You'll have to use your voice in order to communicate those things further.
What is the best example of this? Alex, thank you. Politicians. This is what politicians, they are doing every day. But not only politicians. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. To communicate an idea. I wrote the word rhetors. In Greece, we had in the ancient Greek the rhetors. This is what they were doing. Other ideas. You are students. Come on, man. Why to present? Greta, because, My slides there were from a doctoral school that I was in Lithuania. So Greta is Lithuanian because I know the names from the mobility agreements. Greta, why to present? You don't have any other?
Maybe to, I don't know, just to be there, because when you're just reading, you don't get the mood, I guess.
All right, when you don't have a mood, you present things?
No, for other people, like.
Well, education then, to educate people, no?
Well,
Also,
maybe yes.
maybe she means to be more convincing, because for reading you don't need the mood, and when you present you can also
look. When someone speaks, you need to have a message transparent. If we start you mean or you the other means mean nothing. Any other idea? Okay. Any other idea? Odai, what do you think?
Yes, so we present because we have a product. We want to show the product to the others, so they can know that we have this product.
Excuse me, I did not get the accent because I attract funding. Yeah, thank you. I think down you need to mute your microphone.
Or maybe you want to say something.
To show that we've gained an understanding and expertise of the subject content.
All right. Yes. Very good. Where are you from, Down?
I'm from South Africa.
I was ready to say from the accent. Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Any other idea? All right. Let's start. Improve personality. My perception on this is like to build, soft skills that they are going to be essential for you. So I will use your words, not my slides. All right. Soft skills like daring, like building your confidence, like communication skills, like observation, because when you are doing a presentation, you are looking at the others, you are looking at the audience, you are looking people in order to simulate them, to stimulate them, to lead them. All right. So these are improved personality. I think that is linked with specific soft skills that you will need in your life, in your personal life. You are not going to be in a company and you will not be able to present. Inspire other people and convince. I mean, during presentations, what you are doing, probably you are going to convince your management to follow your idea, to convince, the funding agent to give you money, to convince a company to sell your product from the laboratory. So you need to communicate and you need to convince and inspire other people. Engagement, very, very important. I mean, we are going to speak about body language by looking at the people. How many of you have been in a classroom that a professor comes to the classroom, the only thing that he says, if he is going to say is good morning, then rotates the back for 1 hour and then say good evening. How many of you have experienced this? Even now, when I was a student, this was the case. Go to the classroom, no interaction, bye, hi. How many of you have done this? No interaction. All right. Thank you, Alex. Probably we are not at the same age, but I have experienced this. All right. So engagement is very, very important. All right. Because only by doing you are interacting with the other people. And engagement is not only by talking, it's also by body language, by looking the others. When you are doing a presentation, you need to be like an egg wax. Have you seen the aircraft, the egg wax? You need to observe in the classroom what is happening. I mean, you can see the sleepy people, you can see the engagement people, and engagement means changing your pace, changing your voice, go next to them, not to be offended to them, but try to interact, say some jokes. Humor is very important in a presentation. So engagement, propose solutions, as you mentioned. So you need to have a motivation. All right. So you need to have a story when you present things. And what does it mean, a story? Why story? People remember two things. What people do they remember from a presentation? They remember numbers and stories. Why stories? Anna Longoni, why stories?
Because we are relational human beings, and so
very nice. Another thing that Anna mentioned, you need to build emotional, not to cry together, but emotional engagement with the audience. All right. So why stories? What is the common thing about stories? Rafael, you will come to Crete. Eh? I have wrote you 3 emails. So now you owe me an answer.
Yeah, stories can touch your heart, and you will remember how you felt during the presentation, right?
Yeah, and one thing is this one, but stories, they have 3 elements. They have a start, they have a middle part, and they have an end. All right? So your presentation should have a start. What is the start? That, you know, when you are a reviewer, even of a paper, written presentation, or even a presentation, the audience in the first 5 minutes is looking for this. If you are not going to present the first part very clearly, very transparent, forget about the audience. They lost you. They have lost you.
A question that you will after reply to during your presentation.
Thank you, Dorina. You know, very close. I will say bingo, but you need to have a motivation. You have, this is a problem. This is what I'm going to say to you, how to solve the problem in this way. And then you start to say how, by whom, your results. And at the end, what is the end? This is the middle, and the end is like, what is the next step? Because if you say a story that is an end story, no one is going to cite you. No one is going to communicate with you. They have a good time, but bye-bye. All right? So in your presentations, immediately go to the point. What is the problem that you are going to address? How have you addressed it? What were the results? What were the challenges? And at the end, a review of your results and what is the next step. So other people to be able to continue your work. Your work should have a potential for someone to invest money or for someone to cite your work. All right? This is the story in the presentation. What is the motivation? What is the solution? How did you reach the solution? What were the results? And then what are the next steps? All right, 3 things. I mean, you could together with your humor, with your body language, it's engagement, but you need to have the story. So before you start to prepare your slides, before to get dressed, all right, like try to be very clear on your mind, what is your story? And based on the time that you have, you will invest time on how to say this story. And, following Elena is an expert in our group about AI. She has learned a lot of things to all of us. AI could be then a tool in order to develop your story. How? By probing, all right? So you say you are an expert, presenter. I have this story to say. This is my motivation. This is my results. This is my end. What do you think? What are your recommendations? And you start to have a tutor and you develop the outline. So one element of, a presentation is the outline. You don't start to build a house without plans. And this is your plan, your story. Is this clear? All right. The other thing is like, okay, communicate, we will come, educate people. You would like to convince people. So in order to educate people, you don't start to speak to people that they are professors in Stanford University. Am I right? Or in MIT. So what are you going to do? The first time when, I was organized back in 2005, my first international project, I received this question from the presenters, and I was thinking that period I was very naive. Why do they ask this? So what do you think was the question? A lot of people, they ask me before they start to build the story, a crucial question. And what is this crucial question? That is linked on what did you say? Educate people. When you present for yourself. You disseminate yourself. Right. Is the best scenario. Martina, I will give you the floor. I like you, Martina, because you are engaged and you are daring. Before you make the story, you need to ask how to say this story. Do you understand what do I mean? So what is the question that you should ask?
Who is the audience?
Who is the audience? And if you would like to make an engagement and play games that a lot of people are doing, of course, depending on the occasion, you need to find how many of them and how they will be equipped, how is going to be the classroom. Depends on the event. But the crucial one, who is going to be the audience? So if I will place you now to say something about your what are you going to present, and I will tell you the audience is going to be my grandmothers. I don't have one. I have only one. Actually, I don't have I don't have anyone because they have died. But, if, let's say I'm going to call all the grandmothers from Hanya to be the audience, you are going to say the story differently than I'm going to say you that you are going to have professors from MIT. Am I right? The same thing, but differently.
But we actually had some student group who created some websites teaching AI to the elderly, to the
Yeah, but when you ask who is going to build the, but myself as a neutral now, when you ask who is going to do, the extra mile, no one, raised his hand. And this is very important, I mean, for market and for employability, which is, I'm coming now in a different question. Volunteer, it's very important, to show. Anyhow, the stakeholders, it's very important, as Martina has mentioned, in order to tell the story and communicate the story, because you need to convince people, you need to educate people so they should understand. You can say the story in Greek and no one speaks Greek. All right? So you need, to ask this. And let's move now to, so if I would like to say why to present, because you disseminate yourself, you disseminate your work, you disseminate your expertise, you disseminate your university, you disseminate your country, all right? But you need to have a communication message. You disseminate yourself, but you are doing for the others. Did you understand? You are there. You are the central point of focus. You need to have a clear story that tailors to the audience, but you are doing all the presentations to disseminate you for the others, all right? So the others, they should understand, what you are doing. So this is why to present. To present, you are building your network. Have you seen the movie from Al Pacino, The People That I Know? Very, very important, the people that you know. I mean, look at this movie. Networking is very, very important for your academic life, for your professional life, or your political life, if you are going to become politicians, I don't know. So a lot of times, people hesitate to present, even though, in my opinion, my advice to you, whenever you have the chance to present, present. First of all, you break your fear. You are improving yourself, as someone has mentioned. Improve the personality. But why people hesitate to present? Even, all these opportunities to be, wow, this is Martina. I remember now Martina. Why do I remember Martina? Because whenever I'm asking questions, she is ready to answer. I don't know Martina. I have never met Martina. All right? But, I remember because she dares to be on the stage. All right? So, but why people hesitate to present? What do you think, Hanis be that? I don't know. Campus Technion AC ill. What do you think, Hanis? Why people, they don't present and they hesitate?
What's the question? Why don't they present?
Yeah.
Maybe they have anxiety.
Anxiety. One thing probably is anxiety. I will keep this, one thing is anxiety. All right, let's keep, this. Other things. Thank you, Hanis.
Fear of failure.
Excuse me, Dorina?
Fear of failure. They are afraid to fail, to say something wrong.
Yeah, fear to failure. All right. Other thing.
Maybe language barrier.
Language. I love it. This is my favorite. Great. I will tell you what the Americans did. They say to me. Language barrier.
Scared of judgment.
Oh, judgment. Yeah. Other thing. Yeah, I think that with the Israelis, they were more, engaged. I can see Italians and Polish and Lithuanians now. Other things. So let's keep this. All right. I will start with Greta. Language barriers. So language barriers is something indeed that, even professors, they hesitate to speak. However, in one occasion, I still do, I think I'm using these examples many, many years. I had a US colleague and he told me, I was talking about him, about, other things and about presentation. He told me, do you think, Kostas, that if I was going to try to make presentation in Greek and you were in the audience, are you going to comment my accent or my grammar mistakes? I say no, because I was going to feel very happy that you speak my language in order to, you are making the effort, to make the presentation in my language. The same they feel themselves, all right? So Yeah, language should not be the barrier. You should not afraid to do mistakes. I'm doing mistakes. I don't know. I have never learned to speak English. But, I'm not afraid, because I'm doing, continuously. And, I would like, to do this. So try, to practice, practice your presentation, try to use it, because if we are afraid to use something, we will never improve it. All right. And the people in the audience, they will feel happy. No one is going to comment your accent. Of course, you need to speak somehow, but your pace or grammar mistakes. They are going to comment your story if you have the story to say. If you are not, you stand in the audience with confidence, because it is your work, it is your ideas, and you are going to present, to the others. You are doing, a service to the others. So language barriers indeed is a problem, but try to engage, try, to improve any mistakes regarding your accent or the fluency of your presentation by the practice. And the key word, one of the key words about presentation is the 3 words: practice, practice, and practice. All right. So one mention, you have a story, and then practice, practice, and practice. All right. And this is important also for your language. About the anxiety, as I told you, even now I'm anxious, all right, because I tried something different. I had PowerPoint, and then I decided to do something else. And this is a rule in presentation. You prepare to present something, and you present not something else, but you are doing something else. Depends. You need to adapt. So anxiety is overcome by what? Practice, practice, and practice. All right. Anxiety is overcome when you present things that you know. If you place things in order, to say to the people, wow, but you don't know them, always you will have it on your mind. Why? Because you have 10 plus 5. In the next 5 minutes, people, they are going to ask you. And because you know that you don't know something that you have present, always you have the anxiety of what? Of what? If, Miss Elena Mistrahi will raise a hand, oh, I'm sorry, you present this, but, I have some questions. This is the collapse. This is like what Panathinaikos happened for the Final Four by Valencia. All right. This is like, you destroy, and you have it on your mind. So anxiety overcome by practice, 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 engagement, and always place things that you know. All right. I will come later on to the next things. Fear of failure. Okay, I mean, we are learning from our mistakes. However, we don't like mistakes. So again, practice, practice, and practice. Place things that you know. And if someone asks you something that you don't know, what are you going to do? You are not going to start to cry. You are not going to say like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know this. What are you going to say? Martina, not always Martina. Martina always, has taken from me 5 stars. All right. Another one. Not Greta again, someone else. Greta is doing a work. At the same time that I'm talking, she sends emails. But this is an audience, observation. What are you going to do if someone is going to ask you something that you don't know during your exam?
We can leave our contact details, and we can tell that we can check it and answer later.
Hey, very nice, Siga. Exactly. You can be direct, and you can say, very good question. I need some time in order to provide the answer. Let's discuss it later on. This is, what you should do. And second, never bullshitting. Never try to respond something that you suspect that is correct, because this is going to generate a second and third question, and then this is the end of the story. This is failure. All right. So if you don't know, be there. Do not say, I don't know this. I'm an undergraduate student. I'm sorry. I'm not, experienced presenter. Just say, very nice question. I don't have a direct answer to this. Let's discuss later on. All right. I will come to the Q&A session. So this is about failure. We prepare in order to not fail. All right. And we have a plan B that I will present later on in the Q&A session. About judgment, I'm sorry, this is live. When you present things, you present, what did I say? To disseminate your work. A lot of people in the audience, they would like it. Some of the people, they will not like it. All right, this is part of the game. All right, so try do your best, address the needs of the audience that you have scout, who is going to be the audience, in order to convince people. This is never 100% for anyone. All right, let's move on now to, if you have more questions about this, because I'm not following my slides, I'm following your responses. All right, my third point that I have here, what are the killers of a presentation, of a public presentation? And you have the answer because you have followed a lot of presentations, during your academic life, or even some of you in your professional or in the army. All right. So I'm asking you, what are the killers of a presentation? What makes a presentation a really city presentation? I will keep the notes. In this way, I will make a better presentation next time. Martina, please.
Risha, what did you say?
I said a lot of text on the slides.
Oh, my lovely one. Thank you, Patricia. Text in the
Too much
slide.
details.
Too much details. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
So I will build upon what Patricia said. Reading from the slides, from the text.
Reading.
And sometimes what happens is when people read from the slides, they turn around to the audience to read from the presentation that is behind them.
Very nice backs. That's why.
Yes.
Rotate your back.
You see what Kostas is doing right now? It's a spontaneous but awesome example of sometimes the best presentation actually has no slides whatsoever, and it's just.
I had the slides. I can show you my slides. But I decided.
Always, but it's really the way you're supposed to engage with your audience, right? It's not, you're not committed to your content, right? You want to present your slides, you read. Don't forget about it. Just connect to your audience. Try to address.
Ellen, I followed, an Israeli guy in 2020 that he was an actor and he trained us, about presentation styles. And, it is like, playing in a theater. You like to amuse the people, not, just to laugh, but, in order to transfer information. So this is what is a presentation. But, let's go back. Other killers?
I think overcomplicating things, like trying to use a specific terminology and something like that.
Oh, very nice. Thank you, my friend Gabriel. Acronym.
Maybe not speaking loud enough.
So let's say Greta pace and tone and volume of voice, no?
Yes, that's what I meant.
All right, other things.
Repeating the same words.
Mohammed, please. Sorry.
Repeating the same words.
Repeating the same words. Okay, I will find something to say. The same words. And Alex?
Not having any public interaction, just going over your slides without asking any questions, without checking on the public whatsoever, just moving along.
All right. Anything else? I think that we have enough because we don't have a limited time. Elena, you will tell me when I should shut up. And I will shut up. I'm like a machine. You place me $10, I will speak for $10. All right, let's start. Text in the slides. Thank you. I think Patricia was that. In a presentation, we show less and we speak more. This is the reason. The main protagonist during a presentation, it's you. It's not your slides. Of course, it should be well prepared, and I will come to this, but it's you. So if you have too much text, everyone is going to read your text. It's not going to pay attention to you. And you would like to disseminate your work. You should show your personality there for the rest. A lot of people, if you have too much text, you have too many bullets. Right? Have you seen the bullets? Hanya, are you okay? Are you awake, my friend? Hanya Sopala? All right. So
yes, here, sorry.
You have a nice name. I have said this again. Too many bullets. Too many bullets is for a machine gun. It's not for a presentation. So in your slides, never place more than 4 bullets. All right, not more than 4 bullets. About the text, try to keep a balance between a text and the figures. So a very well-informed figure, especially if you are experimentalists, or if you would like to present something with a metaphor, you mean one image in Chinese is like 1,000 words. I don't know. They say something this. try to place a very, well, high quality figure in order to say your story. So not too much text. A lot of students, they copy, things from their thesis to the PowerPoint. You show less and you speak more in the presentation, not more than 3 to 4 bullets, and try to balance text with figures or images. All right. This is my comments about text. Too much details, it's not, the quantity, is the quality in a presentation. So place, your figure, from your experiment. Place, an image that explains your story. All right. So try to simplify. And what is, do not overdone it. Just have, the meaning of what you are doing. I'm a physicist, so always I used to say, show to them the physical meaning of what you are doing. All right. Reading from the slides and engagement, this is a killer indeed, because people, they are not looking for you. If you rotate the back, at the back, you know what is going to happen with young students in the classroom? Have you seen the smartphone? Everyone will be in the Facebook, or they are going to send emails, or they are chatting with their friends, all right? Try to be engaged. If you are not experienced, try to follow 45 degrees. So be 45 degrees with the audience and your slides. And someone, I think it was Greta, mentioned about pace, tone, and volume. I mean, these are like what we are doing in the written text with italics, with the bold. So your tone, your volume is very, very important, because this is your main interaction with the audience. So if you rotate the back, even if you speak like me, like everyone is deaf, you don't look at them, all right? And the voice is going, the sound waves are going to a different direction, all right? So try to use your volume in order to be, the information to be heard, but also volume variations are very important. Why? Because when you would like to highlight something, you increase your volume. If, for example, Mohammed or Hanya was ready to, I thought that she was dying. Hanya. So I went to my camera, I saw Hanya, and, I raised my head, my voice in order to wake up the poor Hanya, in order to be able to follow. All right? So this is very important. The tone is very important. Why? Because our brain is like an electronic system. So you have an electrical signal, input, process, output. What you would like to do, you are making presentation to disseminate yourself, but for the others. So you should give time to the others to understand what are you talking about. If you speak like a machine, no one is going to listen to you. And also, if you speak like Greeks, then, no one is going to understand. And probably this is an indication of stress. So, it should be very clear on your mind what are your objectives, Miss Natalia Kursniska. Like, you have a story, you would like the story to go to the others, and the others, they should understand the story within the time that you have. And here is another question that students, they say, or everyone, how many slides, I have to prepare? What I'm going to answer to this question? How many slides I have to prepare? Have you ever asked your professors this question?
I get these questions all the time from my students.
No, you're not a student.
Yeah, I know.
Be honest. Have you ever asked this question? Okay, you have asked. So why you have asked this question? First of all, probably you don't know the rules, how much time you are going to have. You have not done, what did I say? Prepare. Because during preparation, you test, you know how many slides you need in order to say within the time that you have. And of course, based on what Greta has mentioned, your pace, your tone, your volume is going to dictate how many slides you can present yourself within the time that you have. All right. So do not, the professors, they don't know. They just say to you, you have 10 minutes. And within 10 minutes, however, you need to have a story. Beginning, middle, and end. Motivation, solution, conclusion, and next step. All right. Next step is very important. So we have done this. Report the same words. Acronym. I will go to the acronym. You cannot use the acronym because you don't know the audience, or you don't know, probably the audience are not coming from your topic. Before you use an acronym, it's like the same rules as in the written text. You need to explain the acronym in one text, in one slide, and then you can use the acronym because you have explained the acronym. However, if you can avoid them, it will be nice. Humor, also very important. No humor. People, they are coming like this. No, 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 no. They speak very nice, but no, 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 like machines. No change of pace, no interaction. It is like, the Indians. You go and the snake is like, oh, boom, sleep. You need, your voice is like even to wake up people, all right? So I think that I have used, and the same words. I think Muhammad has mentioned this. I mean, even it's like in the written word, we are not using the same. You try to use synonyms in order to have what kind of, not quantity, but selection, to say things,
Variety.
do not, be monoton. All right. So I move to my next one. And now I would like to tell me, what are the tips of an excellent presentation? And I will tell you, in my opinion, when someone tell me, what are the good examples of a good presentation? You know what I'm telling them? Go and check TEDx. Because in my opinion, TEDx, they have all the good elements of a very good presentations. Because they have a story, they are engaged, they have a humor, they are relaxed, not officials, but they are relaxed, they engage emotionally, the audience. So I would like your opinion, Georgie. I would like to ask you from Unituno University, what are the good elements, my friend, of a good presentation? Problem. You need to unmute yourself, Georgie. I'm not listening to you. You are muted.
We can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself? Oh, maybe he's talking to someone else.
Probably. All right. No, he's talking to us.
Okay, I'm George. I'm from Romania and living in Switzerland. And a good presentation, don't be very long. And every subject can be short, clear, and maybe every 10 minutes, a quarter, can be a little break to distress the concentration. Because I've done a presentation to university in Lugano, Switzerland, and was full of details, too many details, and very long. And after 10 minutes, my colleagues, they are almost taken up. And some little joke to distress the environment can be very useful. To wake the audience.
Thank you, Georgia. Other things. Thank you. I appreciate a lot your answer. Other things of a good presentation? Think of your experience. Down, please.
I think that it should have a good balance between visual appeal and the content.
Figures, text. Thank you, Don. Other things?
A smooth transition between topics.
Oh, very good point. Transitions.
Interaction.
And the speaker energy, guys, even if
energy,
if it's
very important. Energy.
Hot or cold or whatever, whatever the situation, just act, become actors. Don't be yourself, in a sense. Be someone else. Express something. Don't behave normally, because normally we're relaxed, we're quiet. This is public speaking. We want to be heard, right? So we need to perform, and this is a different mood, different mode. So get into the mode of not you normal self.
Other one?
I think you have to present your idea clearly and not go into details on little things that don't matter that much.
Main ideas. Excellent. All right, let's start with it. Not very long, not very short. This depends on how much time you have. All right? So we mentioned, you need to ask this. It's like how tall you are. I'm the taller person in my house because I live by myself. If I will go to my basketball team, I was the shortest one. So this depends, all right? So try to keep the time, I will say. respect the question time. Because if you speak for a quarter and you don't give time to the people to ask questions, then you don't respect them. And probably you don't know your topic. Or at least you are not well performed. Prepare, prepare, and prepare. Something failed there. Clear, of course. The clear means, you know, you ask the audience and you make you use the words, the terminology that your audience will understand, together with your tone, with your pace of your speaking. Breaks, of course, you know, in 10 minutes, you know, presentation. How are you going to make the breaks? I will go to Mohammed now. Transitions. All right. So when you design the slides, make, you know, not all the slides transition, but when you change topic within your presentation, because you have the start, the middle, and the end, place transitions over there, and, you know, stop for a while, probably to drink a water, or, you know, in order to give time to the people that now we are changing topic, and I'm giving you some time to understand. Remember, electrical signal, input, you know, interaction with the internal system, understanding. All right. So this is the break. If I would like to compare what Mohammed and what Georgi has mentioned, of course, if we are talking about 2 hours lecture, of course you should make, you know, a break, you know, let's say in 45 minutes. But internal, you can make breaks with some jokes or with some questions to the people. All right. Balance between figures and text, totally agree, because you show less and you speak more. I spoke about the transition, interaction. How does it happen? With the body language. Look at the audience, you know, ask questions, make the audience to work. This is very important, to place the audience to work for you. Of course, depends on the situation, okay? How are you going to make this in a conference? This is related with the Q&A session. Leave open questions for people to ask. In this case, the people, they work because they follow you and they say, he missed this, or this is very important. This is a strategy also to manipulate somehow the questions that they are going to ask you in a conference. All right? So you make the people to work. And also engagement makes the people to work because they follow you. All right? Energy, as Elena has mentioned, okay, you are not going to see Fiorentina against Roma. You are not going to see a football game or the Metallica in a music concert. You are not going to inside the room and say, wow, you know, I'm here to speak to you, but you keep, you know, positive energy. I mean, you are official and unofficial. All right, how can I say this? And of course, you know, I mean, the communication is very important. We have mentioned clear ideas, not acronyms, you know, the main points. All right. If someone would like to ask, you know, details, Q&A session, the question time, or even better. What is even better? The presentation, it does not happen. The presentation has 3 stages. Before, which is prepare. Performance, all right? You communicate your main ideas, and networking. And how happens the networking? After the presentation. If people, they will come to ask you your details. Who are you? Let's keep in contact. Over there, you are going to reveal your details. All right. So I finished this point as well. Oh, where I am. Tip goods about the slides. Usually, how much time does it take? Elena, the floor is yours.
No, I just wanted to summarize and also show guys, everyone the task after you finish this. So if you wanna me to share, like whenever you wrap up the sentence, I will just show what they need to do because we don't have much time left.
So how much time do I have?
Now I want to show now like the summary of what they need to do now, because everything that you presented up until now just flows in perfectly to the task that they are supposed to do now, which is a rehearsal.
All right. So I think that, you know, the last thing that I would like to say then is about numbers. As I said, you people, you know, they love numbers, but it's like how to use the numbers. And the numbers depends on the situation. Sometimes you need to use percentages. Sometimes you need to use absolute numbers. Sometimes you need to write the numbers as a text. Depends on the situation and depends on your message. When you compare things, you use percentages. Increase by this, decrease by this. When you place a number, you need to compare, you know, what does this number mean? And about figures, we mentioned this. And this is what I would like about, a lot of people, they talk about even the dressing code a lot of times. The dressing code depends on the occasion. So when you come in Crete, you're not going to come to present in your conference with suit and tie. I mean, it's not, the place, to do this. Be relaxed. Do not come with your swimming wear in order to present things, but adapt to the event. And another thing that I would like to say, and I finish, remember the Murphy's Law. A lot of times I noticed this last year. People, they place PowerPoint and the transition did not play, or the fonts did not display well. This is your problem. You need to, to send the presentation earlier. And always you should need to have a plan B. And what is the plan B? PDF. PDF is very important. All right. So also when you send the presentation much earlier than, the event. If you are in an actual event, go there and check, if the computer that, the conference is using displays, your presentation as you expect. All right. Another thing to go earlier to the event is also to check who is doing the peculiar questions or how the others do they present. In this case, it's like, scouting. You can improve because you can see an idea, during the presentation that someone else is using in order to present. And also, and the final one, to adapt in a place. And make a presentation in a room with 10 people is different than to make the same presentation in front of 2,000 people. So this is what I would like to say. If I would like to summarize 4 words: story, telling, beginning, middle, and solutions. This is how you need to start. The audience is going to be students, or who is going to be the audience. The time that you need to have, respect the Q&A session. Never present something that you don't know. All right? And control your body language. Looking at the audience. Looking at the audience is the best, interaction and motivation that you need to have. So with this, I would like to thank you. I will share my slides, if this is necessary. I don't think so that it's necessary. I don't know. I will try. I will do my best to follow your conference because I will be responsible in another room with the big boys and girls. But, this is my priority to follow your conference and, replace myself, my duties, in the room. So good luck. And I'm pretty sure that you are going to do it excellent. The floor is yours, Elena.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kostas. And it's a great presentation and coverage of all the main points of how to deliver a successful presentation. So for today, I've asked you to create some preliminary slides, your first draft of the presentation slides. Now, after what we have discussed, I'm pretty sure you will now go ahead and, cut the number of words that you have on your slides. So you have 2 things that you need to submit. Your final version of the slides, you have the whole week up until like the day before the conference. But now we are doing a very urgent task, which is part of practice, preparation. Today, right now, in the remaining half an hour, or whenever you want later today up until tomorrow, basically you have until tomorrow evening to submit a rehearsal video recording of your presentation as a team. Some of you asked me if you can skip yourself presenting as a team. Kostas already said no, and I agree with him. Everyone should use this chance, the presentation chance. Your presentation contribution does not need to be long. Each one of you can speak for 2 minutes. We'll do it like a rapid fire presentations with the demonstrations of what you have created. So everyone needs to be part of this, and you will submit your video presentation here in the conference rehearsal. And then the day after, you will also receive some videos from your classmates for review, and you will answer the following questions. So the questions for review and the questions of how I evaluate and we evaluate your presentation is based on logic, common sense, even everything everything that Kostas has just presented in this last 40 minutes. So everything is part of the evaluation. You will be answering these questions one by one and grading out of 10 each and every aspect. So there are altogether 7 aspects and the overall feedback. Each one of these aspects you will give each other like the score. Okay, so please you need to give out of 10, right? and then comment, explain the score. So if you give a 5 out of 10, explain why 5, and not if you give a 10 out of 10, explain why is it so perfect. So the criteria are the following: that your title needs to be clear and accurate, reflecting the content. Your abstract also needs to present the topic presentation, right? Needs to be also short. You need to explain the specific problem that you're addressing. The presentation opening, as we said, it needs to have a structure, and you guys need to remember that it's important that it's about actually you presenting, right? And you developing your personality. So introduce yourselves, say who you are, which country you're from. It's the most interesting part sometimes of the presentation to see where are all these people coming from. So introduce your team, your group dynamic. Tell us something about the preparation, backstage, what happened during the presentation, how you failed on the way, like things that happened, something interesting. So come up with an interesting opening, right? Provide a general background of the discussed problem. The actual presentation slides need to have a clear title. Like again, the number of slides, it can be 2 or 3 slides and then demo. It can be 22 slides depending on the pace and how you want to present things. But they need to be clear in terms of each slide needs to have a title, right? It needs to be to have a purpose. There shouldn't be much text. It's going to be too bad if you have too much text. So you will evaluate this, only keywords. Create some nice graphics. I showed you Gamma. Gamma can be used for slide design or even just graphic design, visual aids, images, icons, right? The size, the font size. Another problem of a lot of presentations is that there is text, even if there is not much text, and the text is so tiny, no one can see it. We will, especially when it's not on Zoom, but in person, right? In the hall, we'll be in a huge room, and the size of the text on slides need to be very huge. The bigger, the better, okay? At the end, you will all provide an AI use disclosure. It's very important because, as Costa said, whenever we see that this slide, that the presentation was made with Gamma, there is a suspicion that everything was made by Gamma, even though the content that you will present will be obviously authentic. You will also demonstrate the products that you created, so it's different. But when it comes to theoretical presentations, and if you create it with the Gamma, oh my God, you guys have to explain how much AI you have used while creating those slides, while working on the outline, on the content. Now, I do recommend that each one of your presentations has a disclosure slide at the end where you explain how much AI you have used in which way. So think of how you want to present it. All the tools that were used during this presentation, this is the list of tools that I've used. These are the list of AI chatbots, AI platforms that we have used for everything, for like how you created the text, how you created the images. Maybe you use Napkin or Gamma. You have to disclose this information. It's crucial. Even if you work on the actual content with another, if you came up with an idea with ChatGPT, you have to say, I used ChatGPT for brainstorming, and I used Gamma for slides design, and I used this tool for that, okay? Next, we have fed all the input via text and the AI tool designed it. So this is what you say in your AI disclosure. I attached this document, which is an example of actual professor, university professor, having her last slide in the lecture called AI use. And she says what tools she has used. AI used, Claude, ChatGPT, you can see it, but I also copied it from her slide here. The text is here. And I also created some additional wording for you to use in your own slide. You can copy from here. Some examples. Okay. Just moving on quickly. The criteria of something happened to my criteria here, die. So if there is a bibliography at the end, right? The bibliography is at the end. In our case, I don't know if you guys based your presentation on any kind of bibliographic research, probably not, because we actually created something and this is going to be a demo of a product or prototype. The actual presentation delivery, again, you will be recording yourself on Zoom as a final grand rehearsal. And by the way, it's another amazing resource that you will keep with yourself for the conference, because as Costa say, Murphy's Law, right? There might be, I don't know, internet breakdown, like we have known, I don't know, something happens, technology fails, your slides don't work. You want to demo your product on Lovable, and you click on Lovable link and suddenly it doesn't work. You can't demo what you have prepared and you want to show others. So you have to have this video ready as a backup. So if the live demonstration doesn't work, you can always go and pull up this recorded video with the live demonstration recorded, pre-recorded. Yes, Claudia, go ahead with the question.
Oh, I meant to ask, do we have access to those questions that you are showing us right now?
Yes, this is being added. It was the bottom tab in our tasks and resources. It's on Moodle inside the assignments. It's our session notes document with all the things. It's presentation criteria. So I'm showing you this, but you will also see all these questions when you go inside and evaluate each other's videos. You will be presented these questions. You will see them and you will answer them when you're inside. I just wanted to show them up front as well. So when you create your rehearsal, you already kind of try to remember these points. You will be evaluated on all these points, right? Making sure you don't read, right? If you read, you lose points. Even when it's on video, on Zoom, we can hear when the person reads or speaks. Presenting with confidence. Sometimes, you just need the content might be amazing, but the person is really afraid to just, pretend that you're super confident, even if you're not. I promise you, no one will notice that you're panicking. Just pretend to be confident if you're not confident already. The vibe, the energy, the clarity of delivery, right? We talked about the language, pronunciation, the volume, the pace, all of these important elements. And then finally, you will also give recommendation to each other. So the idea here is that you have this opportunity now to record your grand rehearsal, your video of the whole thing as a team. And then you will also review 1 or 2 videos of another team and provide your comments and recommendations. And then you will have some time to try and maybe improve your slides, improve your performance, maybe change your presentation completely. These things also happened last year. We had a complete change of the presentation after the rehearsal. So it's a very important stage. It's a crucial stage. So let me just show you again where to submit it. You go to Moodle, 1 second. Inside the assignment, you will submit it in 2 places. Same link, same video, you will submit it here in the conference presentation rehearsal and some questions about your conference presentation. So 2 places, same submission. So what's inside? You have to submit 4 points. 1, the title of your presentation, the abstract. It's already actually ready. If you remember, we worked on this last week. Okay, I can also remind you where this is inside the assignments. We worked on this document called your conference presentation title and abstract. You put your names according to the breakout rooms. Most of the teams are ready with your title, with your abstract. Maybe you want to improve it to make it a little bit more engaging, more attractive to the audience. You can still do that, of course. So it's here. You can also access it from tasks and resources. Next is gonna be the next thing. So you will upload the title, the abstract, which is a short summary of what's inside your presentation. Then you will also upload the slides. The slides can be a link or a file. It can be a PowerPoint. It can be, by the way, Gamma also is a foundation that can be used for downloading PowerPoint, right? After you create your slides, you can always, in the presentation mode, when the slides are ready, you can download the presentation as PDF. And this is what we recommend, both me and Kostas. Keep your presentation as a PDF for a backup. PDF always works because links sometimes break. I had an experience with students ready with their Gamma presentations, and the Gamma website was blocked by the server on the conference venue, so we couldn't access it. So PDF always works. It can also be a link, obviously. You can submit your Gamma link, your Google Slides link, your Canva link, whatever tool you use, that's fine. And then the most important thing for submission is the recording of your presentation performance, rehearsal, okay? You can perform, practice and perform it via Zoom. You can just connect with your teammates, go on a Zoom call, click record, Also practice sharing your slides because you need to know how to share your slides, especially students who will participate from home, from online. So you need to know how to share your slides from Zoom, shared screen, and then you will share the link to your recording by tomorrow night. I know it's a tight deadline. Those of you who can't make it by tomorrow night, you see the submission will not close. You can still submit after. There is a submission deadline, but students are allowed to submit after the deadline. So those of you who are submitting it late, just inform me because then I will have to manually match you to another team to assess for peer review. Okay, so you have enough days before the conference to submit and to review at least one video from another team. Okay, this is the same four things, right? Title, abstract, slides, and video. Will also go into these questions about your conference presentation that you submit for our evaluation. This is part of course evaluation. And in addition to those files that can be provided here, okay, the title, the abstract, the link to the slides, and you will submit also explanation about the group work, how the team dynamic work, because some teams had some amazing dynamics, some people complained that they didn't manage and they want to switch teams. So I need to know this. We need to know that for the future. Also to see who is responsible for what in your group. Some groups divided responsibility. Some students are responsible for the slides. Others are creating the product. So it's very interesting and important for us to learn how you work as a team. And we want to see your level of excitement before the presentation. Are you all presenting and explain that? And finally, we want you to be ready with this AI disclosure. Again, the same example that I shared here. So this is something that maybe you're not used to, but it's an important practice, not only for this conference, for your future, for your professional work, for your academic presentations. You must always include an AI disclosure slide where you explain how you worked with AI in order to generate content, generate visuals, and it's very, very important. Even the list of tools, final slide, I've used these tools when I worked on this presentation. It's already much more transparent and ethical than just, submit something that is half AI, half human, and we don't know. You need to explain. You can say it was 50%, generated with AI, but then 50% of it was our human effort, changing everything, and it's an important transparent statement, and it needs to be in your presentation. It's very important. Okay, so 2 assignments. You will start now. You have 20 minutes left until 6, and then you can continue. Maybe just spend this time to finalize some things, to agree on another meeting for you guys to connect and record this. So this can be tonight or tomorrow, anytime. And the final version of your slides, you will only be able to submit after you receive feedback. So wait for the feedback first, and then after the feedback is in, you will see what others think about your video and slides, and then you will be able to resubmit your slides before the conference. Okay, so let's begin. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to respond. I do have a few students who don't have a team. So are there any teams here who will be who are missing members, missing workforce for collaboration? I know we have a team from Portugal, but they're not here, right? We don't have any international students. Do we have any team that can accept additional members? Please write in the chat the number of your team.
We have only 2 people. The 2 persons, 12, room number 12.
Group number 12. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Ida. This is great news. This is great news for whom? For Ahmad and not Ahmad. Is it Ahmad and Hanin? So I will match you. So at group number 12, I'm going to add 2 more students from Israel to your group. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Group 12. Any other?
I have a question. If we decided to present individual chat bots,
Yes.
we need to create one merged presentation, or we can create
as a team,
2.
that's the idea exactly. Even if you show us different products of it still needs to be a teamwork. So create an aligned kind of design of your slides. Yeah. So Soraya, group number 1, do you also have space for an additional member? You wrote in the chat. If you have a space, please let me know. I can add a student or two to like.
I mean, there is Julia as well. She might be online, so if she can accommodate the one group member as well, so we can do it.
Okay, wonderful. So we might also take this offer. Thank you so much. I might add another student into your group. Any other groups who can accommodate one or two students additionally? Maybe are there any students who don't have a group yet? Please write to me in the chat in private, okay? So let's leverage the remaining 20 minutes, the remaining time. I'm gonna give you the option to join the breakout rooms based on your previous work. You already know the breakout room number. So it's all inside either Padlet number 3 or our notes and resources, session notes. Okay, I'm going to open the number of breakout rooms that we need.
Yeah, Dr. Elena, but I have a question.
Yes.
So we create by our own the chatbot in our slides.
Yes.
But how quick, because it's very short time to reach Creta, but we don't have time to face and probably share our ideas. How can we merge with one slides? Because we can do that, or probably because we don't have time. What do you think?
You mean no time during the presentation? So each team has up to 10 minutes to present all the products.
Yeah, but how can we gathering our ideas by email? Because most of us can keep in touch by email.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can write down in a mail to others, and probably others don't reply to you. So we have the description for that.
This is the actual real life challenge, okay, to have your teammates on board and find the time to meet in between, to meet the deadline together, to achieve and perform the task together. I have given you 3 or 4 opportunities during the live sessions to actually talk to each other and make decisions. If you didn't have the time to finish the decision-making process, then you really have to maybe exchange phone numbers in addition to email and be in touch on Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever platform, and meet for this task, for rehearsal. If you don't manage, if you're not ready for whatever reason by the actual conference next week, we will have another like follow-up part 2. So you'll have a few more days to finish this, but this is the deadline. Let's try to meet it. I'm
Perfect.
sorry.
Thank you.
I don't have another creative suggestion for you. Let's hope that some groups are ready on time. So let's open the rooms. Please join your rooms, breakout room now, according to the group number.
So, Elena, I suspect that I can log out myself, no?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, see you guys very soon, whoever I will
We'll
see.
meet in person. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kostas,
Bye.
for your amazing contribution. We appreciate your input. Thank you. Bye. Okay, now I will also respond to personal messages.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
I have a question. We got an email from Mr. Costas, I think 2 days ago. Oh no, yesterday. I just wanted to clarify. I've seen in the email that the actual, like every lecture and every lesson that we will have, it's not going to take place at the Hellenic University, right?
Yes, it's a different venue. You have to get to another place. It's outside, a little bit outside the Khania downtown.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking because I just want to.
Please find it. I think he shared the location, so it's not
Yeah,
a campus of HMU. It's not a Hellenic Mediterranean campus. It's another university campus. It's like a conference, big venue. It's bigger than the Hellenic Mediterranean University. That's the reason, and it's more adjusted to the needs of this international week. That's why.
Yeah, so that we are going to to get there every week,
Yeah.
like every single day.
We will
Okay.
be meeting there every single day. Yes, for a week.
Okay, because I was searching for an Airbnb the nearest as possible to the Hellenic University, and I found one like 2 minutes away by walking.
Yeah, and now you have to commute, and all of us. There is no close accommodation. It's a little bit outside of the city, so you will either need to take a bus every day or find another way. If students, somebody rents a car.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify because when we got
it's not on campus of
meeting and
HU.
yeah, okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm gonna try and accommodate the remaining students who need to be matched with a team.
Dr. Elena, I have a question too.
Yes.
So you mentioned that we have to link our presentations on the Moodle, but we did our presentation in LaTeX in Overleaf. So we coded the presentation. And is it okay if we upload it to Google Drive and then share the Google Drive link?
Of course, yeah. It can be any link that I can click, and it can be a website link, right? If it's a presentation as a site coded, and any link would work. Because I don't know if it's in a Google Drive, what kind of file, like I hope I can click on it and open the file.
PDF. It's a PDF.
It's a PDF. Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Well, I have to go. Do we have to stay in the rooms if we cannot record today because a lot of my group mates
they're not there. Okay, so just make sure like you try to find the time to complete it.
Yeah, we found the time already.
Excellent. So
okay.
Thank you, Greta. Thank you for your participation. Bye. Thank you.
Ilana,
Yes, Vasil.
me
So I need
and
to add you to a room, right? We had a group number 12 with do you have a team, Vasil?
we made the team 2 days ago, me and Marzouk, like because we didn't find the free group.
Okay, so I can add you to group number 12. You see there are some Polish students there, so you can work together with them. Is it okay?
It has 4 people, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind. I thought someone could join us, so but I don't mind.
Which room did you put your name on? Which did you?
I think 21 in the documents
21 in the
file.
document. Okay. So let me, I see room number 12 is already full with four people. So let's see. I mean, if we don't manage to find you partners from abroad, you will be just the two of you. But if we do, if anyone needs a team, we have 2 guys here available from the same country. We need this to be international, so try to join them. Marco, do you have a team? You said
I'm looking for,
I'm
looking for my team. Yeah, breakout room 19.
19, I can send you there. Okay. And Alexandra, do you have a team?
Yes, I'm in a team with Greta, so we will record our presentation later.
Excellent. Okay, perfect. So see you next week then. We'll be in touch on WhatsApp before.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Marzouk and Asil, you can go to room 21. Give me a few seconds to figure out what to do with you guys. I have a Joanna in room 10 alone. So why don't you guys join her and ask if they have already?
I will ask her.
Yeah, okay. Nicoletta in room number 7 also is just one person. You can join and check if she's available. Also, Celine needs a group. Celine, you can join Asil and Marzouk. Do you want?
Yes, of course, I can.
Okay, so Celine, so we have also female energy with the guys. Okay. Bara, Berha, do you also need a team?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So join Celine and Marzouk and Asil. They're all in room 21. You can join room 21. Okay.
How can I join the room?
I can send you there.
Thank you.
21. And I will stop the recording because we're done for today.